This has that vibe
Yeah.
where it's just like the classic American, like hot rod vibe.
I mean, we're running the 3.0 King Race Series. Say it probably took about 4.5 months.
Hey guys, we're with Johnny Dominguez.
What's up, guys?
We're gonna look at this thing that has been breaking necks on Instagram, been really pumping up a lot of people. This build has sparked a lot of interest, man. So really stoked to hop into this thing. Johnny, you've been into the off-road for a bit, right?
Yeah, we started out in the Bronco. Some of you guys might have seen us with that thing out at some of your events and whatnot. And found this cab, came across this cab and kind of knew it was something that I couldn't pass up. And yeah, here it is. We finally got it up and running and in the dirt. So just kind of slowly going to build it up from here.
How long have you guys been building this?
We've probably been about 9 months into it. We really hit it hard to try to get it ready for New Year's.
Okay.
And we just missed it. Little wiring bugs that our friend Tanner fixed up for us, and got it dialed in.
Tanner's a good guy. You guys, Tanner at Independence Electric, right?
Yep, exactly.
He's up in North LA, Palmdale area, right?
Yep.
Up and coming dude. Just started an electrical wiring shop. If you guys are trying to get stuff wired, Tanner, we're gonna send him your way. Super good guy. He'll help you out. So take us through this thing, man. This thing is, man, it is so freaking awesome.
Yeah.
How does it feel to have like 2 projects right now?
Well,
then you have the Bronco.
I got the Bronco. That one's, you know, basically done, about as complete as I want to get it for a while. This one, like I said, I grabbed the cab because it was something unique that I really wanted to have and knew I'd want to do a build on. We jumped into it and then kind of slowed down, and one of those things that basically built it for my dad to drive for a few years. So it's obviously a little bit less of a spec than what we built the Bronco to when we look at, you know, shock package, motor package, all that. Awesome truck, works great, but not quite where we're at on the Bronco. So he's gonna have fun with it, take good care of it, get it cleaned up, and then we'll probably do like a round 2 or phase 2 build at some point. But yeah, for right now, I mean, we're running the 3.0 King Race Series.
Yeah.
Thing works great.
Let's check those things out, man. By the way, what an incredible son project building this for dad. Man, that's why I have so many kids. I'm hoping one of them is going to build me a Prerunner like this one day.
Yeah, you know what?
That's awesome, man.
You better hope you finish that Nissan before one of them has to do it for you.
You know what? That just might happen, to be honest. What did dad drive before?
So he had buggies. He's always been kind of a beam car guy, Chenoweth buggy, played around with Baja bugs. And so I basically told him, sell your buggy. Let's go in on this build together. Whatever we can't do, I'll pick up and finish to where you can drive it. And so he was super stoked and jumped in, and he's been running it this season. Been really happy to be in something something like that. So
this is going to be his first time kind of like floating over things.
Oh yeah, big
right?
time. Yeah.
Hey, that's a big change, man. Going from a buggy with like what 12, 14 inches of travel.
Exactly.
About
they work good, awesome cars,
yeah.
but obviously not to the spec of a truck.
Floating. Yeah. It's pretty much floating. So let's dive into this thing. What year cab is this?
So
Make and model.
This is a 71 F-250. I get knocked a lot. I still say F-100, but kind of same difference for those years.
Yeah.
But yeah, the crew cab was just super unique when I saw it. Like I said, it was something I wanted to have and knew I wanted to do a build at some point.
Definitely.
And then we had kind of a lot of the motor, transmission package from the Bronco. So we basically took, an LS3 score spec motor, the 525 horsepower. We took a turbo 400 that we had a spare of. Obviously, we love Method. We had the 105 beadlocks with the BFGs. So we had a lot of spares that we were able to kind of get this thing up and running with.
Heck yeah.
And then, most of the credit, all credit to Vic Doc, who was the builder of this thing. So he went kind of nuts on it, built it super quick and got it up and running.
So VicDoc, so a couple things. How did you guys get this thing originally?
So I, through a friend of a friend, had sent me a picture. This cab was sitting in his garage. They had started working on it and kind of lost, momentum.
Okay.
And so I said, well, ask him, what he wants for it. And he threw out a number that I couldn't pass up. So we went the next day, grabbed it. From what I was told, the beams that they had on it were off of the Eisenhower's F-100.
Oh, so these are Chris Eisenhower's old beams.
From what I've been told. Chris hasn't verified that, but yeah.
Nice. Chris, are these your beams? We're gonna actually, I think we're gonna cut to Chris actually. Chris, are these your beams? This is what they said. So this is a local guy, right?
Yeah, local guy. So I found this thing down in El Cajon, and they had just the front end. The beams weren't even mounted. They were just kind of, tacked up.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we took it from there, and VicDoc ran with it, and like I said, collected all the parts and got it up and running.
Heck yeah. And tell us a little about VicDoc, man. He built your other project.
Yeah, so I met Vic when I built the Bronco. Super, super awesome dude. Probably, I can't, hands down, one of the best fabricators that I've encountered, just as far as his work ethic, does what he says he's going to do on time.
That's
the budget.
That's important.
Yeah. So any build I have is going through him. So he was a lot of help. And then Steve Lewis from Bedosola Racing is a good friend of mine too. He helped out a lot, helping us, get our hands on parts and everything. So it came together pretty quick.
Excellent, man. That's really cool. How long was the build time from when he got it to where it is now?
So I want to say we took it to Vic like in September, on a trailer, obviously just had the front end barely mocked up, and he took it from that to a running, car to take up to Tanner to finish up wiring. Actually, take that back. Tanner came down from Palmdale, a special visit to help us get this one up and running. We were shooting for New Year's. We had some little issues with the Holley system that we ended up getting worked out. So I would say it probably took about 4.5 months. Kind of unheard of.
You know what? We're done, dude. I'm just kidding, dude. Wow, dude, VicDoc, you're the man. I don't know what kind of people you have working for you, man, but you got a great team going on over there. Is it just him?
So what's crazy? There's no team. It's just VicDoc. Keeps it simple. I've buzzed over there.
Is he a robot?
He's the local guy here to Alpine, so I was able to kind of check on it. But I could buzz over there at 8 at night, any day of the week, or on a Sunday, just to roll in and say hi, and he's out there grinding away working on stuff.
Dude, that's awesome, man. VicDoc, shout out to you, man. We definitely got to take a visit to that shop.
For sure.
Maybe Johnny can take us down there sometime to go check it out. So we're looking at 4 months.
Yeah, roughly 4 months.
And then so went up to Tanner, probably there for a couple of weeks. Something.
Yep, exactly.
And then here we are now. I know that, and there's a couple things you wanted to talk about where you guys still got to fix.
Yeah, we're still going through some tuning. We're gonna get it up to turnkey and have Colby and those guys get us dialed in.
Yeah.
And then obviously, aesthetic wise, I think it kind of fits the look of the truck. With where it is, but we are gonna end up getting all the body panels on. Do some fit and finish and either get it painted and probably wrapped, and then we'll do interior, and that'll be about it. Just let my dad run it, have some fun with it from that point.
Dude, this thing is so awesome. I almost think it looks kind of good like this. That's what you guys are kind of saying. This thing's like a vibe. Like you feel like it's just like a timepiece.
Yeah.
And this kind of goes back. My buddy Morgan Clark always says, like, these things are almost like hot rods. You know what I mean? And this has that vibe where it's just like the classic American, like hot rod vibe. And then, they're just going to go run it hard in the desert.
That's
what's wrong with us,
that's
dude?
The plan. I don't know. We should just leave it and run it.
Go get like cars and coffee, or like, no, dude, we ain't doing that. We're going to the desert.
Build and destroy, right?
So what's wrong with us, dudes? Anyways, what do you guys think? Should he leave it like this for a little bit and enjoy it, or should he throw the glass? Maybe you guys can comment on that. Let us know. So I guess we can kind of hop into this. You got the grill going on here.
Yeah, so that was one of the big things. Actually, that was funny. That was like the only thing on my dad's wish list was put a grill on it. He loved the way it looked.
Yeah.
Even just raw without anything else on there.
Heck yeah, it looks super good. And these lights look really cool too, because it has like that modern, that modern look to it.
Exactly. So we kind of wanted to keep that, blend that together with, the performance, pure off-road side, but then kind of keep a little bit of that traditional look. So.
Heck yeah. And then you're running the, what are these, Baja Designs?
Yeah, we're big fans of Baja Designs.
Ooh, so am I, man.
Yeah, Brennan's a buddy of mine that I pick his brain on stuff and builds and his whole crew, so we definitely try to support those guys.
Heck yeah. Brennan, what's up, man? Brennan's one of my friends too, and I'm definitely running Baja Designs on my Frontier.
For sure.
Dude, so I mean, again, this isn't a plug, this is just real. Their lights work amazing.
Yeah.
They cut through the freaking everything.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The amber lights cut through the dust. These lights shine so damn far, and they're brutal. They're brutally strong, right?
Yeah.
So they can withstand a lot of abuse. We got the dock tech right there.
Yeah, we had to let Vic throw that on there for all his hard work.
Absolutely, man. And then we got the Eisenhower beams on this thing. Apparently this was before Chris went to the center mount. What's cool is that everything's so clean in here to where it's like these old chassis are so big to where you have a lot of space.
They really are.
You know
when
what
you
I mean?
compare this to the Bronco, everything's so compact and tight, there's not room for anything. And in here, I mean, look at from radiator, you know, to the accessory drive.
Yeah,
I mean,
man,
just
look at that.
massive amounts of room.
Tons.
We do have the motor tucked back,
Yeah.
you know, pretty far.
But for the most part, I mean, there's so much space in here.
Yeah.
So VicDoc did most of this stuff?
So there was a few tubes that were here from, like I said, the previous guys that had worked on it. And so what we liked, we kept. So don't judge any of the welds. They might not be Vic's, but...
oh, it's all good, dude. No, this thing looks great. So you're running the...
Yeah, 3030 on
Gray
there.
Series.
Yeah.
So you know what Michael Cox taught me was that when they're etched in like this, machined in, that means race series. I didn't know that.
I didn't either, but I just learned it right now.
I didn't know that. Thanks, Michael Cox. Cool, so there's a big old 3.0 coilover, dual rate. Thing looks so beefy, super big.
So we didn't go super huge on the bypass. You know, shocks are kind of hard to come by these days, so we kind of went with what we could get our hands on.
Yes.
But I think you can make that package work really well.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
And then you said Dad's gonna just use this in the desert, have some fun. He's not gonna go racing.
Throw the grandkids in there, cruise around. I still plan
yeah.
to hop in and drive it and put it through its paces every now and then. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well, right on. Yeah, I mean, dude, this is more than enough. What is this, a 16?
Yeah.
A 16?
So we're running a 14-16 up front.
Okay.
And then 16-18 in the rear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, you guys have it set up different. Oh, okay, I see. Because usually, like the beams are like usually the same size, like 14 in the front, and then you see the different size in the back. But this, you guys chose to just run a different size.
The way we mounted those, we've done that even on the Bronco a little bit offset. So the Bronco's a 12-14.
Okay.
Coilover to bypass, and then this is 14-16.
And I'm sure VicDoc has his science with it, how it works.
Yeah, which I've been super blown away, super happy with how it works. Guys at SDG, when they did the tuning, you know,
ooh, SDG.
Yeah.
Dang. Johnny's fancy, man. Dude, SDG, those guys are some of the best, if not one of the best.
So I was super blown away pre-SDG and thought, I'll just do it because everyone raves about it. Had no idea how good something could work.
So for those of you guys that don't know, SDG is a shock tuning company down here in San Diego. They tune a lot of trophy trucks. A lot of the like luxury pre-runners and stuff like that. RJ Fab's Ranger is tuned by them, and I've firsthand seen that thing charge through the gnarliest G-outs that would just annihilate even like a full-blown truck. And he just soaks it up, sipping on some hot coffee, you know?
So 100% agree with that. And then for me, in a pre-runner, it was more that just initial harshness that I thought you had to have. So Duncan and Todd and the boys down there were able to get it set up to where, you know, you're just kind of cruising along, heading back to camp. All that initial, you know,
trouble
is super smooth, insanely smooth.
Really?
And then still be able to mob, you know, the deep stuff. So,
dude, that gets me pumped.
Yeah.
That's exciting. That's really cool. We got the CBR radiators right here. You got two side by side.
So that was one of the deals. Again, parts are hard to come by right now. We were thankfully able to grab these from the McMillans. They were kind enough to sell this to Vic. Otherwise, the build was going to be fully put on hold because we couldn't get from the guys at CBR a radiator. So that came together, I think, just before Christmas. We were able to grab it and get us up and running. So, and then we're using the Holley mid-mount accessory drive on this. That's worked well.
Nice.
Keeps everything kind of tight and compact in there.
Holley's has a science behind how they can make everything not so bulky, right? And just get tons of power out of the motor.
Yeah, so you'll see when we go through, you know, the Bronco, just how tight everything had to be packaged, and it worked out great. So it's a good tip from Holley.
I've heard their systems are like fairly easy
Yeah.
to work with, right? So that's another perk. Pretty cool. All right, shout out to Holly. Cool, man. Let's take a look at the back of this thing. Real aggressive. This thing looks great, man.
Yeah, so links, that was another thing we had a hard time coming by. So Vic Doc actually just built these as a temporary solution. We're gonna swap the trailing arms off the Bronco onto here at some point. So these are kind of a temporary solution to get us up and running.
I mean, these are still really beefy, man.
I think they kind of fit with the vibe of the truck, like you said. So who knows? Maybe we'll end up keeping them on there.
Yeah.
And then, we had the Camberg 3.5 that we pulled out of the Bronco. We did an upgrade to a 4-inch housing.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this is the Camberg one.
Yeah, this was actually a little bit narrower width, which worked perfect with the front end.
Perfect.
To match that. So it kind of all came together.
And what was the front width?
I want to say I don't know the wheel mount stud measurement, but outside tire to tire, we were running a track width of about 87. So it's about 4 inches short of what we have on the other vehicles.
Right.
But just kind of fit the whole package, fit the glass.
No, that's awesome. And you know, it's good to have a truck that's actually not super wide because it kind of gives you accessibility and trails a little differently. And then they're running these big old 40s. You want to tell us about the tire and wheel package? Yeah,
so we run methods on all of our stuff. I believe these are the 105 bead locks.
Okay.
And then running the BFG, the KR340s, which
they look so good, dude.
Super awesome tire. Just
again
bulletproof for me. I switched from a couple of other tire manufacturers and was just goofing around, pre-running, going through a lot of flats. I've had almost none in years on these things, so super happy with what they are. A little pricey, but I think worth it to
I mean, these tires hold up. The sidewalls are tremendously strong on these guys. It's a great setup. You got the methods, you got the Baja, the BFGs, and then 40-inch tire, right?
40-inch tire. Yeah, we're running the sway bar on the rear. I'm a big fan of the sway bar on these things. 74 weld sway bar arms are just killer.
Nice.
I might steal.
Real good machining.
Yeah, they look awesome. I might steal those for the Bronco at some point.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, don't tell Pops.
All right. We'll blur that out for Pops. Cool, man. Well, it looks good. And then you got your batteries nice, clean, mounted back here. I seen you guys went with the fuel safe.
Yeah, so we went fuel safe. I think just right out of the box, you can't beat it. So we went with the 70 gallon on here.
70 gallon. There it is. Nice, man. And then I see you guys you even have the jack back here, just keeping all weight towards the back.
Yep, keeping everything hanging off there. I'm a big fan of having 2 spares, even on the pre-runners.
Yeah.
We're not out doing a whole lot of super long distance, gnarly stuff, but I just like the security.
Absolutely.
I like the look, I like the weight and performance, and kind of all that of having a couple spares in the back. So.
Right, weight distribution is key, guys. You have the motor, the weight displacement is like the motor's in the front, so you want to have as much weight as you can have in the back to kind of balance it out. It's kind of like leaning back on a dirt bike once it kind of gets going, right?
That was one of the things too from Duncan and the SCG guys was definitely having the fuel cell mounted. I think you can make a mid-mount cell work good, but
not as good as
my experience and my opinion is I like having the rear.
It's a simple setup, but it looks so good, and I mean SDG's dialing this thing. I'm sure it works phenomenal. What kind of lights are these back here?
So those are Baja designs too.
Oh, these are Baja designs too. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
That's their RTL. Super happy. Just a cool setup. I think when we end up getting bedsides on, we're going to end up molding those probably right in or flush mounting them in the bedsides. But just a super cool trick little setup on those. I like them a lot.
Nice.
And they have the cool mount too, so they're not even weld on at this point. It's just bolt on.
No way. Wow.
Run it down the street. We obviously being a street legal truck, we can buzz down there.
Heck yeah.
At least check the box and say we've got,
Yeah, hey, here they are, officer.
Lights, right?
We're good, right?
We'll see if it passes.
I bet you get thumbs up from officers with this thing.
Yeah.
But they're probably pretty
What's funny, we have been out in the desert and stopped a few times just for people wanting to check it out.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's so cool, dude. What I was going to say was, since you talked about glass for the back, what are you guys going to be running on this thing?
So I think for right now, when I bought it, it came with an auto fab hood and front fenders.
Okay.
So I think the plan is just to get it up and running and kind of looking more finished. We're going to run some AutoFab bedsides from John and the guys over there.
Yeah, because Fiberworks doesn't make anything for this,
They
right?
don't.
Okay.
I might have to beg Jason at some point, but for now we're gonna run that. Those guys make a good product that looks good on here, and I think it'll fit. So that's gonna be the plan for temporarily anyway.
Nice. And you guys think the 40s will tuck in there?
Yeah, we kind of eyeballed the front, and they will, a little bit tight, maybe some more trimming, and the rear, it might have to offset it a little bit, but we'll get it on there, make it fit.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What's the width in the back of this thing?
So again, it matches the front almost exactly.
So about 87, 86?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Right in there. Yeah.
Very good. Back here, let's see what you got going back here, man. You got another 3.0 race series coilover.
Yep, another 3030. Again, we went 16 on the coilover, 18 on the bypass there.
Okay.
Some more rock lights. I'm a big fan of these little design ones. Are pretty trick, you know, just in there temporarily.
And it's such a tiny like bulb, but it is so
super bright. Yeah.
So bright, man.
Their stuff's phenomenal. Yeah.
Heck yeah. And then I mean, look at all that up travel. You got a lot of up travel in this thing. 2.5.
Yep.
Hydraulic bump stop.
Yeah.
Then what third member are you running?
So that's a 9-inch, just a strange. Again, pulled that right out of the Bronco. We had run that for a while. Awesome luck with it. We had about...
So this is like the Prerunner for the Bronco.
Exactly. So,
right.
Yeah, we kind of upgraded as we did stuff, and then had almost everything to build this full truck. Yeah, with takeoff. So
that's great, dude.
Yeah.
What wheel travels in the back of this thing?
You know what? I don't even have measurements on this thing. I think we strapped it at about 28.
Okay.
Probably could have eked out a little more, but on the rear, that's where we're at. The front,
it's like 22-ish.
Low 20s. Yeah, we strapped it there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good, man.
Yeah.
Well, dude, this has been awesome, man. This truck has been so rad. I think we just got to check out the inside of this thing. Cool. Ooh, this is the original, huh?
Yeah.
That's rad. So you guys had the doors and everything already for this?
That came with it when I bought it.
I like this. You know, it's funny, like, this is becoming a thing. It's like the Patina, right?
Yeah.
It's becoming a thing, and this is just natural in this truck, but some people are doing the Tow-Mater look.
Yeah, like Tow-Mater, but without the tow.
So we ended up covering it on the outside, that look, which I was kind of torn on. We're gonna end up, you know, painting and wrapping it, but I really liked it. I almost thought about just leaving it.
Yeah.
It definitely goes with the vibe of the truck. So,
right on.
So yeah, we're just working on the inside. We got the Holley Terminator setup in here. Working on the dash. We just threw the dash in from Fiberworks. This is their flagship dash. So we'll run probably iPad for lead nav here, and then have Lawrence on that side. So you got options for both.
You got the mob armor mount?
Yeah, just a little temporary on there. Like I said, we pulled a lot of the stuff out just to mount the dash, and then we're gonna get that all done up, and I think kind of semi-finished the interior, and then you know, that'll be about it.
Yeah,
maybe a vintage air unit, so we've got some heat and air in here.
That would be cool. I'm sure the kids would appreciate that, huh? And again, there's just so much space in this thing. It's really cool. You got your fire extinguisher. How do you like these seats, man?
I actually like these. I think for the price, I'm a big fan. I've kind of converted all my stuff to the hard shell, you know, either fiberglass or carbon seats.
Okay.
But I'm a big fan of these NRGs. I think they're super comfortable, good bolster, and for a good price too.
Nice. Got the shifter right here. This is a how are you guys gonna mount this thing? Where do you guys plan to have it?
Yeah, I think we're gonna kind of tie in. We're gonna redo this center console, kind of tie in flush off the dash, and we'll probably end up mounting that right about here. Just easy access.
Okay.
We may end up going to a paddle shifter setup like we've got in the other vehicles.
Okay.
Which would eliminate that, but we'll see. For now, like I said, just wanted to get it in the dirt, get it up and running.
Yeah. Just drive it.
Out. Exactly.
Just drive it, dude.
Exactly.
And then the PRP steering wheel.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Those are our friends at PRP. Very cool. Nice affordable steering wheel. It's pretty strong.
Oh yeah.
Strong thing right there. Well, excellent, man. This is great. I'll open the back, but it looks like there's so much room in this thing.
Yeah, there's actually surprisingly, mostly is going to be kids. We've got, you know, young ones in the family that either I will be driving around or my dad's got the grandkids in.
Coolest grandpa ever, dude. Wow.
Tons of room for them. And even for me, we kind of built the bars. We're going to end up padding them where you can straddle the bar and give you, as an adult, a little bit more room.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, right on, man. Structure looks sound in here.
Yeah, they did a pretty good job. A few of these tubes were existing. It's what the guys who got it from kind of started with. Okay. And then we added, you can kind of see the newer unpainted tubes, the down tubes, all these cross tubes here. And, looked it over and, didn't see any dead tubes, really, anything that we were worried about. So just kind of built from there.
So Grandpa and the kids are going to be safe.
We hope so.
Hell yeah. That's awesome, man. Very good. All right, guys, thank you guys so much. If you guys have any questions for Johnny about this build or anything, please hit him up. Super awesome to hear that this thing was turned around so quick. Yeah. This thing is so awesome. It's definitely turned a lot of heads on the internet. People are really excited about it. Please let us know when you guys take this thing out. Yeah. We'd love to send some people.
We'll get it up to the next Hell Track event or something like that.
Wow. Can you guys hear? Do you guys hear that? That would be amazing. Even just to have it there in general, people would just be stoked to see it. Yeah. But yeah, man, we want to see this thing in the desert. You guys find some, if you guys are going to go testing, let us know. We'll send somebody. Cool. I'm sure everybody would be pretty stoked to see that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like what we're doing, share this video, comment. It goes a long way. It helps us to grow our channel. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. And thanks for watching. That's it. Thanks, guys. Later.